Good morning. Okay. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning.
Yeah. Sudhanshu, what is your name?
Sudhanshu Arora, actually, I am the new person joining here. I have, let me briefly describe about myself. I'm working in a telecom industry and I have experience of 20 years. Earlier, I had handled projects also.
Okay.
And I have seen your two videos. I was not able to see the third or fourth video. Okay, the first one and the second one, a guile business and what is that thing. Okay, I have seen that
Okay.
videos. Okay, so only two sessions I have seen. I will be joining late in the session also. There is another session which will be going on December. So I have requested EdYoda to, since
You
I was
are ready
having
there. Okay, sure,
early
sure, sure.
learning. Yeah, yeah. So basically, I will be
Yeah.
joining in the late session also, the
Okay.
second session. Okay, so I will be
No
the same
issues.
person in the second session.
Okay, okay, okay.
And but the thing is that what I found technically in two recordings, the PMP 7 book is more exhaustive book, okay, as compared to your session. So
No, 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 no. I am taking 7 only, not 6. I'm not taking 6. Do not confuse with the what you call notes provided there. Okay, I am not following that. I am
mhm,
taking based on the PIMBOK 7. There are three domains are there: people domain, process domain, and the business environment. And
mhm,
under people domain, around 13 tasks are there. And the
mhm,
process domain, around 17 tasks are there. And
mhm,
business environment, there are 4 tasks are there. So what we are doing, our pattern, this we are concentrating on these only, not the principles or, there are 8 performance domain as per the PIMBOK. That is
mhm,
only a guideline, okay? But the exam content outline by PMI, it is,
mhm.
we have to concentrate on. I'll share with you. I'll just share my screen so that you'll understand that. Later will be
Because I was
sharing.
reading the PMI 7 book, it's a very exhaustive book.
It is not very exhaustive. Compared to 6, it is small actually.
Oh.
Really. Yeah. Because I have completed my PMI,
Mhm.
PMP exam in 2017, which is PIMBOK 5. PIMBOK 5 and 6 is extensive. Actually, it's a very big, very big. Okay, compared to this one.
Okay.
PIMBOK 7. It is not, PIMBOK 7 is actually nothing. It's a very, what you call that, simple. This is the content. This is the exam outline. Is it visible for you?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay. So this is the exam. They are because exam content outline. Okay.
Okay.
This is the one. That is only a guideline. Like, I will tell you, you have to keep your house clean. That is
Mhm.
the value. But you should not move your furnitures by
Mhm.
keeping the furnitures itself. You have to clean it. See, that is they are saying the principles and the domain.
Okay.
But the complete performance domain, 8 performance domains are there. That is they are divided into people, process, and business environment. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
you
So
got it.
basically,
Under people, this
so
is the exam content. This is the
okay.
exam content. You will get the
So we are
questions from this.
okay. So we are dealing right now with the people part.
No, it is not like that. How we are dealing is the how you manage a project,
Okay.
which means building a team. Okay, how
Mm-hmm.
to build it. The first session is it will talk about the project charter. What is your first step in a project? You have to authorize a project charter. Okay, that
Mm-hmm.
means you must get something so that you can start your project. Okay, that is the document. We call it as a project charter. Okay, so the after the we are following the same process only: initiation, planning, monitoring, executing, monitoring and controlling, closing. This is the 5 process. This is not going to change. Project management is all about this 5 only. initiation,
People,
planning,
pe-
execute. But yeah, tell me the
yeah,
doubt.
can you
Yeah.
go top? So
Good morning,
we are
ma'am.
Good
basically we are
morning.
dealing people, process, and business environment. That is the
Yes.
thing, right?
Yes. Actually, what happened is
Mm-hmm.
earlier in PIMPOK 6, we were doing something like we divided the whole concept into 5 process group. You have to
Yeah.
initiate something, you have to plan something, after that actual execution in place.
Mm-hmm.
Later, it coming to the monitoring and controlling, then the closing. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And what they have done, they have divided each, there are 49 groups are there, process groups. Okay. They have divided into 10 knowledge areas. That means you have to start with the scope, requirement management. Then you have to do the schedule, time. Okay. Then the cost, budget. Then after that, you need resources to execute that. Okay. Then you have to do the quality check, quality management. Then you have to do the risk management. Then you have to do the, what you call that, communication management. Okay. Then you have to do procurement management. Then you have to
That,
manage with the stakeholders.
that's
Okay.
right. I saw.
So
So that slide I saw in your recording. Can you show that
yeah.
slide?
So, that is just to understand. Okay.
Okay.
Then finally, all integration, all these management area, you are integrating together. Okay, this is how they have last until 6 they have grouped into. Now they understood. Okay, there is another concept like the same thing only. Even knowledge area, we are learning all the plans: scope management plan, time management plan, cost management. Everything is same only. But what they have, there are people to execute. Okay, without people you cannot execute anything, no? So there are people related, something like, you have to build a team. Okay, the after that building a team, not only that, you need to understand about stakeholders. Okay, you need to, there should be some kind of a ground rules. Okay, so
Okay.
they have, what they have done, they changed this whole process into 3 different groups: people related, process related, and the business environment. So they
Okay.
have regrouped it. That's all. The content is same.
People,
Even
process, and business environment. These are the three groups. That's it.
yes, that's it. But whenever I teach that, risk, we
Mm-hmm.
are referring to the 6 only. But
Okay.
indirectly we are referring 6. But we will PMI or this one. No, they are not going to tell you that. In PMI book, PMP book, they are not going to tell, okay, you refer 6. No, they will not. You refer 7 only, but 7 is not that extensive. Okay, it is not elaborative. They will say risk responses, but the tools and techniques, if you want to learn, you
Mhm.
must refer 6 only. Okay.
Okay.
And not
So
only
tools
that,
and techniques. So tools and techniques are the part of the six, and
yes,
basically
yes.
PMI 7 is telling that to
Also
take
only
the
reference.
Business environment is percentage is very less, eh?
Pardon?
Business environment percentage is very less, 8%
Yeah,
only.
no, actually, it is only like in a business environment, talking about the EF, enterprise environmental factors, organizational
Okay.
process effects. How do you manage those things? It's only 4 tasks are there under that. Okay, but
Okay.
all other, see, if you look at here, see this,
Most
under
important
people
people and
domain, we are
hmm,
talking about manage conflict. Yes,
right.
where the conflict come? Human beings only now. Okay, people, under people, when you manage the project, there is a conflict between, maybe good
Ma'am,
conflict.
in your last assignment,
Yeah.
most of question related to this management conflict.
No, it is a common
Yes, sir.
sense only, what you call, it's a combined one. Okay.
Okay,
Then,
but I yes, matlab I saw while doing test
okay.
there are some questions related to the
Yeah, yeah.
conflict.
Yes, yes. See, next is you have to lead a team. Who is going to lead? People related only, na? Yes.
Yes,
Then
yes. What?
support team performance. Who will do? As a project manager, you are the person to support. Correct. Then empowering, only the human can. So these are the examples. Now, if you take the process, see, there are process related. See, execute project with urgency and required to deliver business value. This is a process actually.
Process, people process.
Managing communication, it's a process. Okay, how do you manage a communication? What type of communication? There are multiple types of different types of communications are there, isn't it?
Yes,
Verbal,
ma'am.
non-verbal, push type of, pull kind of. Okay, then you have to manage the risk. There is some processes are there. Okay, then you have to engage the
Okay.
stakeholders. It's kind of a process. You have to analyze the stakeholders. It is a
Mm.
process.
Stakeholders,
Okay,
right?
you have to
How to deal
categorize
with
it.
that.
So this is how we are teaching is all, it is all combined.
Hmm.
Okay, so this is how we are learning. Now we have started with
But
uh,
ma'am,
ah,
in people
ah,
and process, maybe every person has different thinking, right? Suppose I am a project manager and other person is project manager. So the think the thinking of the approach, I mean the means approach of the doing something is different. So according to me, maybe I feel A is correct. According to other person, feel B is correct. So how we can choose
yes,
better?
that is what we are saying is, whatever you do, see, in normal life, when we look at a project, or when you're managing a project, if you are not, you don't know anything about PMP, you don't know anything, but naturally we will get some experience, isn't it? We
Right.
will get, that is what PMI says, you must have 4,500 hours of experience. When you take the Prince 2, there is no clear criteria. You can direct go and write the exam. But PMP,
Okay.
what they are saying is you must have some experiences, some
Mhm.
exposure to the project management. So
Right.
what they are doing is, whatever you are doing is correct only. They are not saying it is wrong. But
Mm.
you are thinking just aligning to the project management principle. Okay,
Okay.
so sometime at home also, there are two ways to manage your kids. One is by
Mm.
scolding, correct? But
Mm.
one is without scolding,
Mm.
also you can tell them, no, Baba, this is not the way you have to do, correct? But
Okay.
that also kind of a scolding only, but you are
Okay.
presenting in a different way. Here,
Right.
for example,
Yes. Yes.
when two people are fighting, conflict.
Mm.
Okay, two
Mm.
people are fighting. So normally what we will do, we will go and interfere. What you people are doing, okay, you will give a solution. In normal
Oh.
scenario, if you do not have any project management, PMI experience, PMP
Mm.
experience, normally what you will do, you will go and you will interfere. You will give a solution and the problem will get resolved. Correct.
Right.
But what
Mm.
PMI says, don't do that. You have to act as a coach there. What
Mm.
you have to do is you make them realize and make them arrive at a solution by themselves. That means two people are fighting, you have to support them, only you give the support so that they should arrive at a solution, win-win situation. Okay, they will find a solution. You don't
Okay.
give a solution. You understood? Don't give
Yes.
a
Yes.
solution. You support them. That is what PMP teach you. Okay, how
Yes.
you do that? This is the difference. Whatever you are doing, correct only. But what PMS says, don't do as a consulting service. You give
Mm.
as a supporting, like a mentor, or as a
Okay.
coach. You give a
Okay.
servant leadership.
Okay, ma'am.
You empower them.
Sure.
Do not give a assigned task to them. You
Okay.
have to teach them something like, or you have to support them, empower them so that they pull their work.
Oh,
You have to
guide,
bring
like
them.
guide.
This is the difference. You got it? Your
Okay, ma'am.
thinking is correct only, but what they are helping you to align your
Allied.
thinking. The PMI, PMPs, that's all.
Okay.
Is it clear?
Okay. Yes. Yes. It is clear.
Yeah.
And I have
So
submitted
not only,
that
yeah,
questions.
yeah, not only you have to learn this. This is only one book. I will
Mm.
reshare it in the group. I will add you in the group. Can you please in the chat, you please give me your number. We have created
Mm.
one group. I'll add you in
Mm.
that. Okay.
Mm.
If it is already added, it is good. Otherwise, no, I will add you in that.
I think
There I have
that
already.
one at batch one you were
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
or other.
correct. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm already there.
Yeah. So, what about Ganshu? You are there?
No, I'm not there.
Yeah. So you just, whoever is not there, please give me your number. I will add you in the group. There I will reshare it. Okay. What are the books you have to refer? And, don't worry. After this class also, I will give you a lot of questions. Okay. All the support I will give you whenever I conduct, like some sessions normally I conduct after the classes also. Okay. Something like example, agile mindset. Okay. I will conduct a webinar kind of things. So the only one topic I will take.
Okay.
So those time you give me your numbers and all, I will add you and I will share those links and all. So that there also
Sure.
you can join for free.
Okay.
Okay. My support is normally not going to end with this class. I'll be
Okay.
there until you pass. Okay. I'll be there
Okay.
for you. So, you can
Very,
ask anytime. There is no time bar, 24/7. I am available. Whenever you didn't get any response, wait. That's all. Okay. I will
very great.
answer you. Okay. So don't worry about that. I will be there. Not only for this class. Okay. Because we
Okay.
cannot give a comprehensive class, full class we cannot complete within this 8 sections. Okay.
Sure.
It's a very big things like a network diagram, earned value management, and a lot of things are there to learn. I will be just touching and going. So after that, you start studying. I will help you also for the plans, study plans, and all these things. Okay.
Okay.
So,
Okay, ma'am.
you can you can come and discuss with me anytime. Correct.
Yes, sure.
Okay. So shall we start?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Earlier in PIMBOK 5 and 6, PMI insists only to read those books. Okay. Because that is enough. But 7, they said, no, it is not enough. Okay.
Read as you plan.
You have to read. See, for example, agile mindset. Okay. Agile mindset, there are two things like being agile and that mindset also is there. Okay. So being agile and doing agile is different. So to bring that, it is not enough. I give you 10 slides or 20 slides. It is not enough. You yourself have to read a lot. Okay. And that mindset, you have to bring that mindset. Doing is, just you are following the tools and techniques and all these things like you can use Scrum or Kanban. Okay. But mindset, being agile is something different. You have to follow that leadership you have to follow, the principles you have to follow. You yourself have to change your concept towards the project management. Two ways you can do. You can do either traditional method you can follow or agile method. In questions also, I think around 60% something is from traditional and 40% is from agile. Okay.
Agile.
So this book is not enough. This is just a guideline. That's all.
But I don't understand still agile. What is agile management? Means I
Okay.
need to.
That's why we will explain you. Again, it is coming. Okay. I think it is tomorrow's class or something. It is coming. Agile planning is there. So there I will explain you in full.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. So today we will do. So first what we have done is we understood after the business case, you have to create the project charter. That will give you an authority to start your work. You means here I am referring to project manager. You are all project managers, isn't it? You have to think that you are a project manager. You are the father. You are the father of this whole project. You are all responsible for this project. Okay. So now you got the authority from the organization that you can start your project. You can use the resources in terms of physical, human being, or, even the financial. You got the authority to use this organizational assets and start your project. So we understood how to select a project, how to write a project charter, isn't it? Now we understood the stakeholders, how to identify the who are all the stakeholders. Correct. Now the initiation part is over. Now we are going to start how do we real planning of the project. Okay, initiation is over. Now we will study today how do we start our planning. So I'm going to share the screen.
And ma'am, in the assignment, I have only 8 correct out of 15.
Okay, so after this class also, tomorrow we will check one by one, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, we must see that why it is got wrong and all these things. Is it visible now?
Yes.
Planning project?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So shall we start?
Yes.
Yeah.
One confusion, ma'am. I have watched only 2 videos of you. Okay, so
Yeah.
I will be joining in the late session also of your because there's a live class after the late session. So I have covered only 2 videos from your side, not more. I
Okay.
was not able.
So we will see. Let me see. Okay. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
there it is there, but still I will see. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Yeah. So planning project. Okay.
Hello, good morning, madam. I
Good
just
morning.
joined little late today.
Yeah. Okay.
Just wanted to check on the plan that we have towards the upcoming sessions.
Okay.
Is it
Now
a
4
exam
more classes are
preparation?
scheduled.
Okay, is it exam preparation or is it towards the main curriculum only? The
This is
focus should
main
be on.
curriculum. This is main
Okay,
curriculum.
okay,
Okay.
ma'am.
So
Yeah.
we will let me also discuss
Mm.
with EdYoda. We'll just see, okay, how your exam preparation they are going to support. For personally, definitely I will help you, okay,
Okay.
for the exam preparations.
Thank you.
Okay. So now, so we will start from why this. Sorry, just give me a second. My mouse is not moving. Okay. Okay. So we are going to start the planning in projects. The initiation portion it is completed. Now we will go with the planning in project. Okay. What is basically planning? This is a process, no? Everything we will normally, the planning starts from our home. Anything, if you want to purchase something, either in paper or in mind, what we will do some planning. Okay. Today, today I'm not taking my own vehicle because it is rush. So we will be taking the public transport. So it is metro is best. Okay. Then we will reach there. First, we will go here. So some planning we will do in our life also, basically to achieve some output. Correct. Same way in project also, we have to do some planning. So what is this? Is a process that establishes project objectives, total scope, deliverables, and the steps needed to achieve the goal. What it says? The total scope we have to identify. Scope is different from the requirements that I have already mentioned to you. What is the difference? Requirement is basically to what we need to achieve. The product, even either a software, anything, the output, that is the requirement. The scope means the complete scope. To deliver that requirement, what are the activities I should do so that I can give the output? That is the complete process. This is called the scope of that. Like a building. What is the scope? That fence, correct? To do that, to develop or build that building, what are the activities I should do? I have to procure something, I have to find the resources, I have to plan, how do I communicate, all these things. That is the scope of that, the complete project. Okay. So what is the thing? I have to find the objective, the total scope, and the deliverables, and to achieve that deliverables, what are the steps I need to do? Okay. That process established. That process is we call planning. Okay. The process of establishing the steps to achieve its goal. That is called the planning. Now, importance of planning. Why we need planning? You can just start your do. No. If you plan properly, you can do better decision making. High visibility of that project. Right. If you plan properly, you know that where are we now? Are we going behind or ahead schedule? Are we under budget or over budget? Okay, is it the milestones are we achieving or not? The phases are we closing properly or not? So high visibility. The risk is because you are doing proper planning, the risks are reduced. Now, because you are doing the planning, risk responses. When a risk comes, what precaution you have to do, or what measurement, what response you have to do. Either you want to mitigate it or you have to transfer, correct? Better assumptions and build confidence, definitely, correct? Then better communication. You are deciding how to communicate, how to engage with the stakeholders, what type of communication and what level of communication you have to do. So all these things, that is why the planning is very important. Now, how do we plan? You have to define the project goals. First, what is the first step? You have to define the goal. What should be done? Correct. Then after that, okay, this is the product that I am going to deliver. Then what is the next step? You have to identify who are all involved in this. At this stage, we are not saying that you identify 100% of stakeholders. You just group it and identify the key stakeholders and gather requirements. After that, you have to develop the schedule. Gather requirements means you will collect the requirements from stakeholders. Correct. There it will be jumbled up here and there. It is not in a sequence. You have to, how do you develop the schedule? You have to prioritize based on the business value. Then you will create a schedule. This is the first one. This is the second one you have to do. These two can do parallel. Correct. Then after that, budget. Cost is different from budget. Cost is just the actual requirements, that budget. How much it will take to develop this requirement. But budget is on top of that, we will be adding the contingency reserves, management reserves. We will learn all these things. Okay. So after that only we will create the budget. Then you have to plan the risk. Plan for risk means risk responses. Then communication protocols. You cannot direct go and talk to the super senior, correct? There is a communication protocols are there. And what information, how do you spread? How do you convey to your people? Or the status, how you will give to the public? And resource allocation, whether manual, physical resources, or human resources, or even financial resources, resource allocation. Then you have to get the approval from, consent from the stakeholders. Everyone should say yes. Then only the project will go smoothly. If one set of people, they say no, we are not agreeing, or they are not giving their support, project will fail. Sure. Then set baselines. What is your baselines? Baselines means, something you should final product, you have to cross check. What performance baseline? Normally, when you click one you are going to one website or you are going to Amazon, there is some expectation. No, when you click this, within a fraction of 7, it should add to your cart. So that is the baseline. Within fraction of second, it should add to the cart. That is one baseline, performance baseline. Then there are around 9, not 9, there are multiple, around 17, 18 plans are there, different plans. Even, resource management plan, requirement management plan, scope management plan, procurement, all these management plan, finally you are to integrate together and get a signature for the final kickoff. And this is, we are talking about the traditional way of approach to a project. Okay. Apart from this, there is one more thing is called what is adaptive, which is agile. There, still you need to create the management plan, but not in an extensive, big way. Very small way you can create a small 1 page of document, that's all. But again, it is very important you plan it, whether it is agile or traditional, doesn't matter. You have to plan it, what you are going to do, either in a paper or in a computer notepad, anything, let it be, doesn't matter. Okay. So this is, you have to plan it. Now, what are the inputs from planning? We know we need the stakeholder register and the project charter. Project charter tells you what are the assumptions, what are the deliverables, correct? What are the high level cost? Your budget is $1 million, but without that information, you are starting to prepare your project management plan. You are preparing for $5 million. Is it correct? No. Okay, so your base document is 2 things. One is stakeholder register, another one is project charter. Who are all involved in this project and what is the base things? What is the basic information that you have? What you have to develop? That will tell you in the project charter. Okay, what is the assumption? What is your basic risks involved in that project? Okay, and the budget, the resources allocation. In software, let's say what technology you are going to use. So basic information, it will be available in the project charter and the related relevant stakeholders. In the register, we will analyze their engagement level, all the information. So these 2 are the inputs for planning. In the traditional approach, we will give importance to features. Even in the tradition, Agile also importance is correct in features, but the features, which means scope, okay, or you can say requirements, are fixed in the traditional approach. That means before starting the project, the scope will be freezed. Got it? Whatever you want to build, that is
but
freezed.
this is but the scope, like, which is fixed, this is not an agile part, right? This is a part which in which the scope is already fixed. So technically this is not an agile part, right?
This is traditional. That is why, see this.
This is traditional. This is
Yes.
traditional part.
Yes, this is traditional. Okay.
Like construction of a building, construction of a bridge, this is a part of the traditional model, right?
Correct. You cannot go with agile in that case.
Agile
Agile
will be in the
basically for the software industry.
software industry. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. But you are building a mall. There we will use hybrid. The civil side is predictive and the website, all these things,
That is agile.
Agile.
Yeah.
So it is a combination. We called it as hybrid.
Hybrid model. Yes.
Yes. Okay. So in traditional, here scope is fixed, but time and cost is not that. That means less fixed. It will change.
No, time, project schedule, time is also fixed.
Fixed
Actually,
only, but but it more fixed is the scope. If you want to change anything, you have to go through the CCB.
Okay.
Okay. But In the agile approach, see, this is variable. What? Scope is variable, which means any number of time they can do the changes. That means, again, that is based on the organization's capacity. There is a tolerance level is there, correct? They will fix all these things. But in normal agile approach, features always vary. Variable, this is the variable. Features, scope. Any number of time, they will change. They can change. They have, that is what we are saying, the mindset, agile mindset. That means you should always ready to welcome the changes.
So time, quality, and cost in agile is fixed.
It is not fixed. It is, there are chances of, sorry, you are, I wrongly interpret. Yes, correct.
Mm-hmm.
Fixed means what? We have to finish it within that time, within the cost, but the quality,
Okay.
we have to finish it. But you should, with the mindset of any time, any change can come. You got the point?
Okay.
But here,
But
always scope is fixed. In traditional, scope is fixed. Scope is not going to change. Here, scope is variable, giving importance to that change mindset. But we have to make sure,
So basically, there is no change request sort of things in the agile business, and there can be change request sort of thing in the fixed business, right?
yes, here there is no change request and all. Why? What is the reason for it? Can you guess?
Because that business is agile business and that is fixed business. When you are fetching, when you are having agile business, you're already telling that my scope will vary. So basically your scope is varying here, that's why you do not have the change request. And here the in the fixed model you have the change request, because you, when you change the scope, your cost and everything will get changed.
But in agile also cost will change, huh?
Cost will change, but in during the project you have estimated that okay, this is an agile model.
No,
So that,
no. It is not because of that. Okay. It is
okay.
because of here, we will start our initiation here. Okay. You are starting your initiation. Then after that, this is your planning phase. Okay.
Mm,
Then
mm,
after that, this is your execution phase. Okay. This is the
yeah.
execution phase. You are delivering, you will start your project delivery or delivering that increment here only. That means this is the first month. For example, this,
Mm,
next January you started your initiation. Then
mm,
February you started your planning. Okay. The planning completed some around February to June you took for the planning. Now, after June, you started your execution, and the month of November, you are going to deliver it. In between here, all the, testing, everything is done, all this done. Then in the month of November, you doing it. But customer, where it is, here only the customer will come. This place will start their UAT. Okay. This is the place customer will start the UAT. So you just see this here. July, August, September, October, November. After 6 months, you are delivering it and they will start testing. So definitely in normal cases, there will be a scope change or something. They are saying this is not what I want, because whenever you took this requirement, that person is resigned. Another person came here. Okay. So now the scope itself sometime will change. He says, no, this is not I want. I need something. I need to change something. So we have to come back to here. Maybe that is here. That development they have done in the month of, something like August. Correct. So to change that, if you change that automatically, there are down the line, many dependencies will be there. All this. everything we have to change. So time will change, budget will change, correct? Everything will change. Money will be. But Agile, what we are doing is, we will do planning and all, but we are going to divide into multiple iterations.
Yeah,
Not
but
tasks. We call it as
it is
iteration.
yeah, it is iterative approach.
Yeah. So, this is maximum of 2 to 4 weeks. Correct?
Yes.
This is 2 to 4 weeks. So, what we will do after this point, we will call all the relevant stakeholders, not only our
Stakeholders.
internal customer also. We will show
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
Then, we
This
will
is the
think that,
feature. This is the feature we have
yeah,
developed.
yeah.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
there is very minimal chance for at this place, they are requesting for a change request from here.
I got your point. I got your point.
So
Okay,
that's
thanks.
why Agile approach, but that is possible only in not only something like a software project. When you start a building,
Yeah.
and in between 5th floor, they say the complete structure need to change. It's not possible. So there we need to fix the scope. So there most we will be doing the traditional approach. Correct. You got the point, now?
Yes. Yes.
Shall I move? Okay.
Yes. Yes. Please.
Now the first thing is, see, actually in a book, if you look at PMBOK 6 and all, the first chapter, they are talking about the integration management process, okay? But the integration will come on the last only. We have to start with the scope management. So the first thing in the scope management, plan is scope management process will come only in 2 places. One is planning and the monitoring and controlling. Okay. So according to that PMBOK 7 also, we have to plan it first. We have to collect the requirement. What is the scope of the project? And now we must understand what are the deliverables. So that's only we have to collect the requirement. We have to define the scope, WBS, all comes under the planning. Okay. Then under monitoring and controlling, validating the scope and controlling the scope. Validating the scope means what we are going to deliver. Is it according to the actual plan? Okay, that is the validating the scope. So we will learn about one by one. How to plan scope management? You have to find the strategy approach. What is your approach? Each organization, different approaches. The approach will be there, correct? So based on organizational policies, you have to find the approach, how you are going to do the scope management, and choose techniques for requirement gathering. Normally in traditional, you have to create a detailed plan for when you have to start your, what type of tools and techniques you have to use. Is it benchmarking, or, what you call different types of requirement gathering as their brainstorming is there, observation, diffs are there. So which techniques you are going to use? Not all in normal, just normal organization, they will not adapt to all tools and techniques. They will choose which one is, more suitable to this. Then documents that define project scope. Then process of obtaining acceptance of project deliverables. Am I audible?
You are audible.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Then how scope change will be controlled? If it is in a traditional method you are following, then you have to note down, isn't it? The CCB. There is a CCB, and you have to, whenever a change request comes, as a project manager, you should not reject that. You have to do the analysis, impact analysis you have to do. Then after that, constraints. It is constraints. Now, other than time, cost, scope, quality, resources, risk, and the customer satisfaction. So there it will get affected. All this you have to analyze. Then you have to create a proper document, then submit to CCB. CCB will approve or reject. Based on that, you have to take that requirement. But if it is you are following the agile methodology, adaptive, then you no need to follow this. You just during that review, product review, demonstration, you accept that, check with the business analyst or the product owner. How do you manage this? Based on the priority, you will do it in that next immediate sprint, or coming down the line. So those way, what is your strategy? Then how scope management plan will be in the scope? You have to update the scope management plan. Correct. In the agile, all these things are not there. You just start working. You have to do the minimal documentation. Minimal. I'm not saying no documentation. Yes, documentations are important for referring to the next project or for the continuous improvement. Okay. Now, what are the types of requirements? There are functional requirements are there. It should be, the quality products you should use for that building construction. Correct. So regulatory complaint, you have to get the approval from the so all these things, regulatory complaints. Suppose if it is an environment related, no, it is not that environment friendly like a Coca-Cola kind of thing or mineral water projects and all. So you have to get the approval from the authority. Then the user needs, goals, expectation of end user. Then compatibility, integration of the product with the other systems. Suppose you are developing one portion, one module only. So how it is compatible with the other subsystems? Other subsystems they have already have. They have some going to integrate with the other systems, or we are going to code with them. So those compatibility. Then the business. What is the goal objective? Is it can be, do we need to deliver a MVP, minimum viable product? Suppose we got a order, we got an order for developing a commercial website. Okay. So what is the goal? They have to start earning at the earliest. So what we will do? We will divide the that is the first. Then we will deliver that based on the experience from the feedback loop from the customer. We will move to the next section. So what is the goal? Is it a single delivery or multiple deliveries? Okay, that is the business. These are the types of requirements. Tools and techniques. Here only I told interviews, focused groups, workshops, prototypes. Okay, benchmarking, brainstorming, context diagram. Context diagram is like a related things we will bring it together. Library, if you take library, in library, there are related, we know that from that library there you need a play, reading area. They need a for children, definitely they will bring the children for them to entertain. Then the videos, okay, context diagram. And the mind mapping also, you know that. It is related things, mind mapping. Stakeholder analysis, nominal group techniques. They are discussing with, the features, what they want. Nominal group techniques. So these are all the tools and techniques that we use to collect the requirement. So first what we have done, we have done the requirement collection. Now the requirements are ready now. What is the next? Scope. So what is the scope mean? Scope definition. What is scope definition means? It's a process again of developing a detailed description of the project and product scope. You know that there is a project scope is different from product scope. Product, we are talking about only that product. So how to deliver this item, this product? What are the other things I should do? Let's say you don't have anything, you are starting a new business or this one, okay? You got an order to build a big house, big mall. For that, there is an infrastructure required, isn't it? Project management office required. I hope you have seen the railway project or metro project, road project. There will be one office. They call PM office. Project man. That's a temporary office. And for that, you have to build the infrastructure, computers, networking, all these things you need required, correct? But that is not you are going to deliver it. These are all the infrastructures you need to deliver the product. Okay, so that is the products. That is what I'm saying. Product scope is different from the project scope. So in the defined scope or scope statement, it will explain in detail how do we to deliver this product, what are the other things I should do? Like I need a I need a building, but I don't need to buy that building. I just need for a temporary purpose, I need to rent this. Okay. Then the infrastructure, I need to buy the furnitures and all. I need to, take the computers for rent, or the networking, I have to do it. All these things I have, but that is nothing to do with the deliverable. These are all I need so that I can deliver it, the output. I can deliver the item. Okay, so that is the scope. It involves identifying the work required to deliver the project objective and ensuring alignment with the stakeholders' expectation. Okay, there are expectations are there, no? At least who are going to work there, it should be a hygienic environment, safety environment. Okay, it should align with an organization. A small organization means they will say, okay, just take a container and set up an office there. But if it is a big organization, they will have certain level we should keep. Okay, so based on organizational expectations or stakeholders' expectations, we have to identify those things. So it involves identifying the work required to deliver the project objectives. Okay, project objectives, what here we are referring to the product scope. So I hope you understood what is scope definition. Scope, it is called scope statement also. Another word is scope statement. Now, key components of scope definition: project objectives, requirements delivered in the scope definition. It will be a session for project objectives, a session for requirements and deliverables, project boundaries. You should not go beyond this. Even let it be physical or related to legal. Okay. And acceptance criteria, it will be written. What are the risks and constraints you have? Okay. Suppose you are going to build a house, you need the approval from the government. It's a constraint. Okay. So if you didn't get the approval on time, everything will get delayed. It is a kind of a risk, a constraint. Okay. Or you can say that you are going to build a railway project. Okay. You are going to start the railway. There are a lot of constraints are there, isn't it? Approval from the people who are residing in that, what you call the approval from those people in that area. Or you are going to build a Coca-Cola factory or a mineral or a like pesticides. There are a lot of constraints are there. You have to get the approval from the government itself, a very difficult task. And the people living to surrounding of that there is a lot of environment problems be there. And the assumptions. You are assuming that there is a bank project. You are assuming that you will be delivering only the software. The kiosk and everything, it will be provided by the organization or the bank. Okay, you have to clearly mention that what is my job. It is assuming that I will provide the software, you will provide the physical machine. I will be installing. While installing, one person or a set of people from your organization must be present there. Okay, the set of people will be present there while implementing this one. So it is an assumption. Okay, but that assumptions you have to document in the scope definition and the exclusions also. Inclusion and exclusions, if anything, it will be there. Now, if you are going for a tour, there will be inclusions and exclusions, the same thing. Then, next is what? So what we have learned here is plan scope management. You have collected the requirement. Then you learn that. Now, what is that? Now, whatever you have collected here requirements, now you have to bring into a shape so that you must know what is under what to develop first. Correct? So that is what we are going to here. And the team, anybody knows about work breakdown structure? Have you heard about this earlier?
Yeah.
Everyone? Anybody?
Generally, it's a part of the project. You have
Yes.
to have office building, you have to have planning package, then you have to have the work packages. So generally,
Yes.
it's a part of the project.
Correct. So it is a work breakdown structure. There are basically 4 levels are there. The first level is project itself. Okay. In the exam, they will ask, may ask, there is maybe 1 or 2 questions from this, maybe 1 question only. What is the last level of WBS? Normally, we will think that activity is the last level or a task. No, work package is the last level of a work breakdown structure. Okay. So this is also a kind of deliverable. Activities means what? To do that delivery, there are certain steps we have to do it. That is the activity. Okay. Work breakdown structure also work package also a deliverable. So how it is done? First is this is the main. Then control account means it is very easy to get the or calculate the cost. Okay. These are all one level. This is also just a breakdown so that he will get because it is not a small document. Work breakdown basically it is a big document. Okay. So they are dividing into levels like control account, planning package and the work package. And work package is the smallest level in a work breakdown structure. Is that clear? It is a work package. It is not the activity. It is something like in an office interior will be there, exterior will be there. Correct. In interior, there will be civil work, electrical work, plumbing work. Correct. I have written only 2. Under civil, floor, ceiling. Correct. So this is how you have to break down. You can use even Excel, you can use. Okay. Any tool you can use. There is one more is there with WBS. It is called WBS dictionary. Okay. This is basically a document that explains the detail of that particular what you call package or account or this one. Like, there is a WBS dictionary associated with it. It will explain you, tell you, what is actually that about. WBS work breakdown structure dictionary is a supporting document that provides detailed information about each component or element in a WBS. Okay. Let's say flow. Who is responsible for this? What is actually, what are the materials required? Any dependencies there or not? Okay, all this information is supporting document, a small document. That is called the WBS dictionary. Okay, normally scope is a combination of WBS dictionary and the scope statement. Okay, this is together we'll call the scope baseline. That means whenever final deliverable, you have to cross check. Where you will cross check? You will cross check the scope statement and the WBS and the WBS dictionary. It will cross check whether it is whatever you are going to deliver is whether we have achieved that value or not. Okay. So that is a document, supporting document that provides the detailed information about this is the component or element in the WBS. It is not activity, it is the component of WBS. Okay.
Can we assume that work WBS is like a project we are submitting? Document of the document of the project we are submitting. That document is equal to WBS.
No, document is, this is work breakdown structure, is the decomposed elements of a project deliverable, basically. Some
Okay,
people
so
may include the scope also.
Okay, so basically it's a detailed process flow you will be doing to deliver the project. I should say like that.
Correct. It is breakdown. It is a decomposing your work.
Okay.
It is a decomposition. Like, for example, very simple thing. Like you have to do the building itself you take. For that building, what are the things you have to do? Like interior is there, exterior items are there. Okay. So building civil work, in that I have to lay the foundation and all, but what are the items you have to achieve? If you clearly mention like this, it is very easy to, this is only 3 levels. Okay. There will be 5, 10 levels will be there. Okay.
So ma'am, can it be treated as a PIP plan?
PIP plan. Can you
plan which like in my company I am in a telecom sector. So basically what we give in the PIP plan, that okay, this is the stage of the planning, this is the stage of electrical, this is the stage of civil work, this is the stage of this tower foundation, this is the stage of acceptance testing, this is the stage of, so
that we
this
can
work,
call it as a milestone.
okay.
That is called a milestone. Basically, you will achieve that, that particular, when you reach that particular level, you say you achieved that. It is a milestone, basically. These are all the actually milestones. You can call it as, civil work, not this one. The last level, no, you can call it as a milestone. So you say, this is foundation. I have achieved the foundation. This is called milestone.
Okay.
Whatever you said is a milestone. This is basically you are breaking down your work so that easy to budget, easy for you to allocate budget for that, or you can calculate your cost.
So that milestone breakdown is equal to work breakdown structure?
No, it is not equal. Work breakdown, that this one is some certain level actually. What these are all the milestones, are the small achievements, like a deliverable. It can be a full delivery, or you just example, you say, I'll tell you. First example.
My first example is like you have the tower construction is there.
Yeah,
then this
tower construction is there, isn't it? To do that tower construction, What are the things you have to do?
You
Tower
have to check it.
construction is a deliverable, one deliverable.
One
Okay.
deliverable.
This
Yes.
deliverable, it is called as also you can treat as a milestone. That means you achieved that level.
Okay.
But before that, tower construction, there are a lot of things you have to do, isn't it, to reach that construction
yes,
that
yes.
for that is called the work breakdown session. For to do
Okay.
that, what are the things you have to do?
Okay. So milestone, to achieve that milestone, what is the breakdown of that structure? That is known as WBS structure.
Yeah, it is you are breaking down your work. It is a decomposition of that work requirements.
Okay. Got
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Got
So
it. Thanks.
it's like you are making your breakfast, you are making, to
Yeah.
reach that level, you have to do a lot of things, correct?
Milestone is the breakfast baking, and to reach that milestone
Yeah.
baking,
Yeah.
you
You
need
are breaking down
further.
your work. You have to
Yes.
create the dough, you have to create the chutney,
Yeah.
steps.
Okay.
Very simple. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So we will do one thing. We'll take a 10 minutes break. Okay. So it is 12:05. We will come here by 12:15. Okay.
In the meantime, we can have some coffee.
Yeah. Okay.
So in the meantime, let me ask you, because see,
No issues. Yeah.
yeah, in the see, PMI 7 is a very very huge extensive book. Okay, and
If you
to
had learned, so please, you can go for tea. Okay. We will meet at 12:15. By that time, you can ask if anybody wants to continue. I am ready. I am here only.
so
I just
the
need
thing is,
only 2 minutes to fill up my
okay.
water. That's all.
So,
That is
ma'am,
not an issue. Please ask.
one thing that PMI book 7 is a very huge book, madam. And the question is,
Who
question
told
is,
you? It is a small book. Pimbok 7 is a
ma'am,
small book. I'll tell you 1 minute. I will tell you. Then only you will understand that taskbar.
no, it is a 470-page book, ma'am.
470 only that book. Okay. 1 minute. It is okay. Here, there is my personal data. PMP. Okay. Pimbok.
When I was reading, I used to go to sleep. Okay.
Can we
So,
discuss this after 12:15 so that we also be a part of it, please?
Okay. Sure.
okay,
Thank you.
Thanks,
Okay. Okay.
Okay, let me have a coffee. Okay.
Okay,
Okay,
I will
thanks.
just tell you. Okay, you just go and be okay.
You open the book, we will discuss at 12:15. Okay.
Yeah. So no. Pimbok 7 is you said not for this one.
Yeah.
Okay, this is how many pages it is. I think more than 600 or 700. I think.
Uh, that's a huge book, ma'am.
No, that is a small book actually. Pimbok. Okay, you go and come. Then I'll show you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because reading that book, I used to go to sleep.
No. That is because nowadays if you start reading, definitely we all sleep. Okay. See, the other
Okay.
book is like 1,000 pages. You
Oh,
say 200 is a big book. I have completed my exam in that book, 1,000. Okay,
okay,
go
okay,
and come.
okay,
Yeah, I will also go.
okay, thanks.
അയ്യോ അമ്പേ ചേച്ചി അമ്പേ ചേച്ചി അമ്പേ ചേച്ചി ഒന്ന് തുറക്കോ ഞാൻ അറിയാതെ അടിച്ചുപോയി അയ്യോ തുറക്കാൻ ചേച്ചി ഞാൻ അറിയാതെ അടിച്ചുപോയി അറിയാതെ അങ്ങനെ ചന്ത വെച്ചാൽ പെട്ടെന്ന് തുറന്നു തരും ഇപ്പൊ ഒരു So everyone is back? Hello? Tuti, all come?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Okay. Then Sudhanshu, no? This PIMBOK 7 and 5 or 6. You were talking about only, na? Hello? He's gone, I think. Let me wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, he was saying it's a big book, so
Actually, it
a
is
lot of
not a
pages
big
and
book.
all, yes.
It is
Hmm.
only 370 pages. But PIMBOK 7 and, PIMBOK 6 and 5 is nearly 1,000 pages.
My God.
Yeah. In physical book itself, this much, you know.
We don't have any keys, which probably we can refer, like, more of a question and answer type that we can simply see and reading the entire stuff.
See, reading, you have to buy the book only. No choice.
Hmm. Hmm.
Because, there is an ethics. We cannot distribute that book.
Acha.
If
Okay.
they come to know, they will come with the password. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
And if they come to know that we are distributing or something, our license will get cancelled.
Oh.
Yeah, there is an ethics actually. There is a, we should not do all these things.
No, I'm not saying that you should give a what.
Ah.
I'm saying, isn't there any any kind of a key book, in the sense that it may have question answers from that book, which we may refer rather than referring that entire book. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, there are books, there are question answers. Udemy, you will get 300, 400 rupees, 500 books, rupees and all.
Okay.
Okay, there are another things. Let me see what is the price for that. My friend, he has created a key points book for that.
Okay. Okay.
Let me ask how much it is
Yeah, please
cost.
check, because I think rather than reading everything so many pages and all, it's
Ma'am,
better not
actually, the thing is that I get confused reading on
Right.
see, short and crisp and everything.
Exactly.
Okay, so I will tell you. The book
I have bought
PIMBOK
one book.
7 is only 400 pages. Okay.
Mhm.
Hmm.
But PIMBOK 6 and PIMBOK 5 is nearly 1,000 pages.
But madam, reading the book only, and can I get to that exam?
No. Very simple answer. It is no. Okay. See, this is only a guideline. This will tell you only that, how to handle that and how to, just a guideline. That's all. I told you, no. There are 12 principles are there and 8 performance domain are there. Okay. 8 performance domains.
Mm-hmm.
And basically this tells you, you have to follow these 12 principles. Okay. Have you seen the book?
I have seen. Can you showcast?
Yeah, I will show it. I'll show you that. Sorry, I cannot share with you all because it's because of policy. I will not be able to, but I can show you that. Okay.
Yeah, see,
Okay.
it's a
See,
very
this is
huge.
the book. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is the PIMBOK 7. Okay, 7th edition.
Yes.
This is the book. Okay.
Yes.
This one, the book starts from wait, I'll show you the glossary.
So my question is like, how you are dealing with this book? You are dealing with your content. Till where we have reached?
Okay. See, okay, before that, I'll tell you this. This is the 12 principles, okay? This is
Which one?
12 principles. The book
Mm-hmm.
is arranged, this PIMBOK 7 is arranged. There are 12 principles are there, okay?
Okay.
Like
Okay.
being diligent, respectful, caring, steward,
Okay.
creating a
Okay.
collaborative project team environment, effectively engage with the stakeholders, okay? Focus on value. There are 12 principles are there. And
Mm-hmm.
there are 8 performance domains are there. Like stakeholder performance, stakeholders are there, team, Okay, development approach, planning performance, planning, project work performance, delivery performance, measurement performance, okay, uncertainty. This is risk basically. So this is the major thing. But how the exam, even when I started my teaching career, I was just following this book. Okay, I was just following the book. That is, I started with explaining the 12 principles. Okay,
Hmm.
and the performance domain and the 8 performance domain. Okay, but after that only I attended the training from Project Management Institute as a trainer. I am an authorized PMP
Mhm.
trainer, okay, instructor.
Mhm.
So I attended that course. Then I took the exam. Then after that, they gave me the badge. You are authorized to train the people. Okay. There they have explained the way of teaching. That is what I said. I have to teach like this.
Okay.
Got it?
So right now we are on which domain, ma'am?
Yeah, that is what I'm saying. It is not again, it is not like, again, like manage conflict, leading. It is not like that. It is something like you take a one topic, okay?
Hmm.
Then it is include multiple things included in that.
Okay, okay. You have clubbed multiple things and made a
How
package.
I am
Okay.
teaching, how I am teaching you is the exam perspective, okay? The process, how the project is actually executing.
Okay.
It
Okay.
may come in between, leading a team will come, supporting a team will come, empowering will come, okay? Building team,
But
building a
in
team
the book
come.
it is in the book it is a different design and you have designed
Yeah,
in a different
yes.
way.
Yes, this is the
Okay.
way we have to teach. This is the way this is the instruction came from the PMI.
Okay. Okay. Thanks.
That book is only to understand. These are all the things are there, just a guideline. It is only
So
a guide for you.
technically, reading the guideline will not give me an exam.
Hello, no, we'll give you some ideas, but not only the reading that will not give you to, for that sufficient information to pass the exam.
That's the thing.
Again,
Reading
whatever
that
I
book
am
will not.
teaching you,
I will able to get a guideline, but not the way to pass the exam.
correct. And one more important thing is, even what we are teaching, I am teaching you, alone will not able to pass the exam. Okay? For that, you need to attend a lot of questions. That will, yes. It's not it is a really an expensive exam. I'm telling you frankly. You have to, but when I took the exam that time, resources are very less. You have to purchase. Okay. And Rita Mulke's book is very good. Okay. Maybe you can try Rita Mulke's book. That alone will help you. Okay. But that is costly, I think, little. But what I'm saying, when I tried my exam that time, I purchased a lot of books and, lot of
Yes.
questions I have done. But now you have Udemy and all. Udemy and all cheap. 500 rupees, 400 rupees, they are providing you a lot of questions and all.
Yes.
Basically, those questions will, that practice, how it will help you is your thought. It will automatically align to that project management principles and methodologies. Okay, by doing that, you will understand multiple scenarios. When this scenario comes, this is the one. This scenario, this is the one. Okay, so your thoughts automatically will get aligned with that exam, exam, or you can say PMP, that style. The way they thinking, now PMI thinks, same way
Yes.
your thoughts also will get aligned by doing the questions.
Got the point, ma'am.
Okay.
Got the point.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Or go to ChatGPT, generate questions. Automatically, they will give you thousands of free questions you will get.
Okay.
Okay, these are all the methods. Now we will go to the scope management. Okay. Again, schedule management. So we understood the scope. This is the scope. This is the product we have to do it. Now, after that, what is that? We must schedule means time. Correct? How much time it will take to complete that? So we have to understand that. So first requirement we got it. Next we will come to the schedule management. So what we have to schedule it first. Then here only we have to define the activities. Okay. To plan, schedule management, define activities. There we understood now that WBS. Below that,
Yes, WBS we
you know
understood.
that, yeah, you know that till that, you have to make the that chapati or roti or this thing. Now, what are the activities you have to do? To develop something, you have to do some activities, no? I'm not able to see you people where you went.
No, we are here.
Yeah, there only, but I am normally, okay. So it is my, okay. Okay, I have done that here. One second. Yeah. Okay. So now you have to define the activity. Then sequence karo. After that, you have to sequence it. See, if you want to make the chapati, you have to see, there is some sequences there, na? Correct? You have to take the atta first, then you add the salt, then you add the water. Okay, then you knead it. You cannot do knead first, na, then take atta. So there is some sequence. So you do the sequencing, then estimate the duration and the developed schedule and the control schedule. So we will learn all these things first. So this is the schedule template. Okay, this is
technically in my company we call it as a PIP, project implementation plan.
Yeah, project implementation plan. This is the Gantt chart. Simple thing. You have heard about the Gantt chart and all?
No, we don't use the Gantt charting. We use the Microsoft one. That is the thing.
This is basically that the model is called Gantt chart. That model, this light kind of thing. So
Okay,
this
so
is
Gantt charter has made this model, and we are using the
yes.
Microsoft.
That is a model. That's all. Yeah.
Okay.
Either wheat dosha or rice
So
dosha.
basically, Gantt charter is a part of PIP only. That's the thing.
Yes, Gantt chart. Gantt chart means it will show you like this kind of things. Okay.
So what is the question they ask for Gantt charting?
They will see. Don't expect any direct questions from PM. No direct questions. At least in our time, it will be 3 or 4 questions. Like after this process. But now do not expect 180 questions will be there. In that, do not expect anything direct question. It is all, they will give you the scenario, what you will do in the scenario. That's all. Okay.
Okay.
But you must understand there is a tools and techniques to do the scheduling part. Okay. So this is the activity. We learned till the flooring na work package. This is the last part of that particular work package, WBS. And this is the activity. Floor. To do flooring, what are the things we need to do? Have to lay concrete, level the floor. Correct. Flooring. So again, this is just for example, we have to dig the pit. Correct. We have to dig the pit. A lot of things you have to do activities. So you will list down all the activities. Now, for why we are doing this, so that it is easy for us to understand. Easy to plan which one to do, whom to allocate, what are the materials required for that. Correct. See, if you are doing only this flooring, you don't know what are the things required. Correct. So for this, if you break down this one, if you break down your chutney, your dough, your dosa, everything, you know that what are the ingredients required for those, correct? And how much it cost. A wedding party, event management. Nowadays, weddings and all giving, weddings and all not 5 lakhs or 10 lakhs. It comes like crores, no? So How do they arrive at that? By decomposing their activities like this, decomposing the requirements like this. The big one is that, stage creation and all, one set, one. Then the another one is breakfast, dinner, lunch. Under breakfast, what are the items required, and each items, what are the ingredients required, and whether to outsource or not. You no need to buy from, you no need to make it. You can buy from the shop. Pickle, you can buy from the shop. You no need to make. Correct. And so that you can outsource it, that portion. These are all, if you look at your own daily routine or these kind of small things, you will understand what is a project. Okay, normally we will not call, like a 5 days, 1 day program, 2 day, 5 days and all, we will not call. But normally a project means 100 people minimum working and millions of dollars. That's the project definition. Temporary, it should be temporary. But if you want to understand more about how all these things, just think about all these things, like, making how your spouse or parents making these things, buying ingredients, or you no need to make everything. You can take it from a vendor. It is called outsourcing. Okay, you got point now? See, think in that way, you will understand easily the project concept. So now, after that, I told you we have to sequence the activities. There is what you need to do first, what you need to do second, or can I do these two parallel things? These things parallel, correct? Okay, to make the dough, you need to add the salt and water. One person, your sister will give you water and the mother will give you salt. They can do parallel work. There is same time they can act. There's two activities, or you want to, let's say the building work. You have to expedite. Okay, electrical work and plumbing work. Single person is not doing. Two different domain experts are doing. So these two, you can do it parallel. Okay, but certain thing, you cannot start your interior before laying down that, foundation. You have to lay the foundation first. Then only you can start building. So there are certain things you have to do sequencing. Sequentially, you have to do. But certain things you have to do parallel, like plumbing work and electrical work. You have to expedite the work. The person come and say, I have to finish it fast. So what you can do is, you can reduce the time, delivery time. How? The plumbing work and electrical work, they will do parallel. Okay, so this is activity. You have to sequence that activity. Now, there are certain things you have to, how do you identify which one comes first? See, it is not that easy, like, just no example, I said, no, that foundation, then you start. It is not that easy. Every project is not that easy. There are complex projects are also there. So how do you identify that? Which one to start and which one goes second? What is the precedence and successor? Okay, predecessor and successor. So all these things, how do you identify? So planning is not a single day job. Okay, how do you? There are 4 types of relationships are there. Finish to start. Okay, start to finish. Sorry, start to start. Finish to finish. And start to finish. So here you have to understand which one to start. See, start to start. I will give you an example. Lay foundation, then start floor construction, which means you have to finish foundation work. Then only you can start the floor construction. Can anyone guess, please tell me? Finish to start, another finish to start.
Finish to start is I can say that there can be a thing that suppose there is an exam in suppose there is a project in which we require the building is finished, but now after the project is finished we require some tiling work. So
Okay.
that can be finished to start.
Yeah. Or you can say without approval, can you start construction? No. So after
No.
the approval only, after getting the final approval, you can start the work, building work. Now, another name is start, which means you have to start one work, then the second one also you can start that. Like after finishing there is a, let's say, very big 1 month project there are 10 requirements are there. Okay, you no need to wait to complete this to complete all the 10. What you can do after completing the first requirement, they can start the testing. You no need to, you understood now. You after completing the code, you can start testing. You no need to wait for to complete the entire requirement. Okay.
Also, that is the start to start.
Start to start. You can start by after starting. You no need to wait for its completion. Okay. Another one is finish to finish. Means you cannot finish your work without finishing it. That means here you have to complete you cannot complete the review before you complete the documentation. That means after completing the documentation only you will complete the review, no? Correct? The documentation full completed, then only he can complete the review. The documentation itself not completed, how do you complete your review? Okay, review means audit basically. That, cross-checking. What proofreading, basically, you can say proofreading. Okay, after completing the documentation only you can complete this work. That means after completing the floor, tiling and all, then only you can complete the cleaning and everything. Hand over the building. Correct? You are here, the tiles, as you just now said, you are the tiles, the installation of tiles is happening. After completing the tiles installation only, you can clean the house and you can hand over to the person. Okay,
So
that is finished.
can acceptance testing be finished to finish?
Yeah, acceptance testing, yes. Without completing the software, how do you do that acceptance testing? Yes, so finish to finish. That is a finish to finish. That also a sequencing only. Okay. It is a process, but still you can say that, like sampling and all is there, na acceptance. Any manufacturing industry, let's say gloves manufacturing. After completing the production only, you can do the testing, no?
So basically, acceptance testing comes in
Yeah.
finish to finish.
Yeah.
And finish to start can be like I have completed one of the project. Like I have completed one of the project, but they want after the
implement.
After the project finish, they want another feature to be activated. So that can be finished to start.
Yes. After the completing the software, that development, then only you can start the implementation. Or, another project. Another project here that we are, what you are calling is, this is the activity sequencing. Okay. For implementation, you have to complete the software development. Okay. The final, we can say final testing. Final testing. Okay. After the final testing by the internal people, then only you can give for the UAT. User acceptance test is what? By the customer, correct? UAT is by the customer.
So finish to start can be UAT by the customer.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. After completing the final by the internal people.
Yes. My team has deliver, and after that customer is accepting the UAT, so that is basically finished to start.
So whenever there is an activity called final scope verification or final testing, then there is an activity called UAT you have mentioned in your WBS, then you can say this only, finish to start. You have to, this is, let's say A, this is A, and this is B. So it will come what you call that implementation, software development will come here. The final testing, and the B will be the UAT. Okay. So first you have to finish the final testing. Okay. Activity A is the final testing. Okay.
After that, you have to do the UAT.
Then only you can start the UAT by the customer. This is the finish. This is the two relation. Everything understood, Stuti? Stuti and all? Rayan? Ram?
Yeah.
Got it now?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll move forward. Otherwise, we are not going to finish today. Not today.
Okay,
Anyway,
ma'am.
today's this one is not going to finish. It's a big this one. Okay, no issues. Because I had to teach you the network diagram also. I hope I have to. Okay, we will leave that. There are another sequencing while doing the sequencing. I told you this is a sequential. Now, there are another thing also there. Dependency. Is it dependent on something else? Okay. Is it dependent on or
For example, making of
this.
idli. Making of
Pardon?
idli is dependent on fermentation.
Yeah. So anything depend correct. Anything is it dependent on something? Approve. See, it is. Let's say the approval. Okay. So is it dependent on or parallelly can do something? So that is what we are going to learn next. It is called. It is part of sequencing only. Dependency determination. What type of is it mandatory dependency? Just now she told her. Fermentation is mandatory dependency, correct? That process is a dependency. It is that activity is mandatory. So is a mandatory dependency, which means or approval. Okay, approval is a mandatory requirement or dependency. Can say before starting the laying foundation, you have to you have to get the approval. So is it a dependency, mandatory dependency, legally or contractually required for or inherent in nature, building permission or basement construction? Discretionary dependencies. This is basically based on the logic. Normally, plumbing should be completed first before starting the electrical work. That is the normal. But sometime due to time restriction, we do this parallel. But in normal knowledge work, we know that better we will put the tile first. Then we clean the house. Correct? That's it. It's a logic. We clean the house, everything is okay. Then you do some additional work, or you clean the house, everything is okay. After that, you said, no, I will do some window installation and all. It's a logical thing. Now, first we have to do window installation, then do house cleaning. Even though it is not related, window is there, floor is down, you can mop. But it is a wise decision that you know that when you do windows installation, definitely the dust will come. So after that work, we will do the cleaning. Okay, this is basically basic based on logic or knowledge. External dependencies is something like a testing software components may be dependent on the hardware supplied by the vendor. You have to do the thing. Okay, for testing, you need an additional computer. For that, you are dependent on the hardware from a vendor. So you have to wait there, correct? You are dependent on, so here, before starting the testing activity, you need to, there is a dependency. Okay, what is that dependency? You need the hardware to install or laptop to install the testing software. So there is a dependency in between the testing before starting. There is a dependency. What is that called? It is a hardware dependency is there. Okay. After that only I can go to the testing. Then internal dependencies. A testing team cannot start test the product until assembly line completes. Okay. The car test drive. How do the person test before it completes the production line? Correct. A testing team cannot test the product until the assembly line to complete it. Whether the monkey all the features are there or not. How do we test? Before completing the legs, hand, and all this, the person should complete everything. Then only he can test. That is the internal dependency. So these two you have to keep in mind while creating that, while sequencing the activities. Okay. So sometimes there is a questions will come. What type of the project, the scenario they will come, and and what do you think? Or the question can say like, what type of dependencies the project manager is suggesting. Okay. So again, the question will come. Question will frame like a scenario based. It is not. They will ask based on logic. What is the what you call dependency type? They will not. They will give you a scenario. We have to identify what type of dependencies are there. Dependency are that particular scenario. Okay. Now, sequencing activities then is another point to understand is leads and lag. Okay. See this. Writing draft and editing draft. There is a 15 days lag is there. Okay. See here, 2 weeks lead. Complete the punch list and landscape. Basically, lead means an amount of time successor activity can advance with respect to a predecessor activity. Okay, this is the successor and predecessor. Lag means an amount of time successor will be delayed with respect to predecessor activity. Okay, he can lag, he can delay 15 days editing the draft. First, he has to write the draft, and he can take some time to edit the draft. So,
Not understood.
See, here, leads and lag, the amount of time a successor activity can, this is here, writing a draft and editing the draft or complete punch list. Which one is successor, which one is the predecessor? This is the successor, no? Landscape.
Amount of time successor activity can be advanced. Not understood, madam.
Okay, I'll explain you. See, lead time, which means the amount of time a successor activity can be advanced, which means, how do I explain with an example? Let me.
Oh, okay. So, now I understood. Basically, now in a project, my equipment gets delivery after 6 months. So that 6 months is the lead time.
Lead time. Okay. Or in other word, I'll give you an example.
So basically, that activity, any activity, procedure activity is the lead time, right?
Yeah. Or, in project management, I'm just searching in the, what you call that exact word, how to explain it. Okay.
No, I got your point. So basically, to start a project, to implement a site, I have a project lead time in which the material is being getting delivered. So basically, lead time is becoming the predecessor of successor
Or,
activity.
what you can say, normally, there is a 2 task are there, let's say, designing the website layout, okay?
Yeah.
I'm talking about the lead time, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. There is a task A is there, okay? Task A. This is basically designing the website. Okay. Task B is developing the website. Task B. This is the B. This is designing. This is actual development. B. So normally task B would begin after the task A, correct? After designing only we can start developing. You have to design first, then only we can start the development. Planning basically. We will do all the designing portion, then we will start the development. So So A should complete, then only B can start. By introducing lead of 2 days before the task A finishes, which means he can start the development before A completes. There is a 10 pages design is there, okay? So he can start the first page, no? He can start the development first page. That learn the start to finish. Here, you can say that, you can start to start. Coding and testing. Coding, it is coding and testing is there. He can start the testing. But the thing is, coding must start, that's all. So there are 10 requirements are there. The first requirement completed means he can start the testing of first one. There is a, there is a B, there is a C and D is there. A completed. He no need to wait for the complete things to complete. They start testing. Once he completes the first requirement, he can start the testing. The same way, here, we can start developing. After then, there are 10 screens are there here. 10 screens are there, okay? 10 pages are there. After designing the first page, the B can start. That means B can, the 1st November is the A, okay? A, the designing work start. It will take 5 working days, okay? So, November 5th only, B will start the development. Or you can say 6th November 1st to November 5th is activity A. Designing, people will start from November 1st and 5th November will complete the designing portion. Okay. And how we have sequenced? From November 6th onwards, people will start the development. Till this you understood? Okay, now, B no need to wait till November 6th. You got it? No, sorry, November 5th. See, when he will get complete, November 5th. So we no need to wait until November 5th so that the A finishes his work. He can, 2 days before itself, he can start the work.
Okay.
That is called lead.
Okay. So basically, okay. I got it. So basically, like my material is being delivered, but the project team can start 2 days before or 3 days before of my material being get delivered. That is the lead time.
Yeah, that means now we will say like that, the entire cement for a construction building, the supply is first slot, they will give you 100 sacks of cement. The second, but we no need to wait until the complete cement comes.
Yes.
Within 2 days, he can start his work after the first delivery. Okay.
So that time is lead time. Okay, got it.
That is a amount of times. This is the successor. This is the predecessor. So how many days or how much time can advance his work?
Okay.
That is called lead time. An amount of time a successor activity can be advanced with respect to predecessor activity. Fifth, I have to complete my fifth only A will get here. Yes,
I understood.
So now, B can start his work much before the completion date or his start date. Planning to start only on 6.
Yeah, basically I should say, if you're painting a house, in your house you have Asian paints, and Asian paint, there are 10 dibbas to come at your house. But you can start the work of putty before the Asian paints arrive.
Correct.
So that is the lead time.
Yes, that is the lead time. You can start your work early. You don't need to wait. The lag is how much time he can delay his work. This is how much time he can early start. This is lag is the amount of time successor can delay his work. That means he completed his work, okay, Or here what you can say is 5th November plan to complete his work. And his work is then started, his plan is 6 days. Okay. Or he can say his plan is like 8 only, because he has only 2 days required to complete this work. So how much time he can delay? Okay, another way I'll explain you. There is an activity A, there is an activity B, okay, and there is an activity called C.
Yes.
Another one is there is an activity called D, there is an activity called E. Just randomly. Now, this activity A and activity D started simultaneously. Okay, parallelly these two started, A and D. Now, A required 5 days of time, B required 2 days of time. Okay, so C required 3 days of time. These two different people, okay, different set of people.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is this required? Again, 3 days, and this required 4 days of time. So what is the project duration here total? 5 to
5, 2,
7,
3, 3,
10.
4. Yes.
What is the project duration? 10 days.
Yes.
But if you look at after completing the 3, this B, okay, he has only 4 days is required. So how much time he can take here? 3 days. So that is called a lag. 3 days he can delay work. Because we have to, what is the mandate? We have to finish it within 10 days. Okay. So there are some activities you can delay. That is called a lag.
Okay.
Amount of activity, amount of time a successor will be delayed. This is the successor, na? This is the successor. This is the predecessor. See how much time he can delay his work. But within that project period, okay? Within that's called a lag. Lead is how much time he can advance. How much time he can, advance and start his work. That is called the lead time. Is it clear, everyone? Rayan, Ram, Deepak, Tuti, Naveen. I'm seeing
Yes,
Naveen
it's
with
clear,
Raman.
yeah.
Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, so this is, so you have to see all these things. Okay, then only you can, these are all part of sequencing activity, okay? These are all the tools and techniques. You cannot just, because you think, you should think that whatever project you are getting, that is complex project only. It is not, we will never get a simple project, okay? You will always get every project is, there will be some issues. There are, without risk, there is no projects exist. Okay, so all these things you have to consider while sequencing the activities. Okay. This is network diagram. Do you have 10-15 minutes or 10 minutes at least? The time limit is 1 o'clock.
Yes, miss.
Can
Yeah.
5-10 minutes? Okay, because if I complete this now, this will be
Yeah.
a very tough thing. You must understand this. Okay.
Yes.
This is called a network diagram. Okay. Whatever we have done here, see here I have done now like ABC and DE. Okay. So we know that this is 5 days, it will take 2 days, it will take 3 days, and D 3 days, 4 days. So we have done the sequencing activities based on dependency, or finish to start that dependency plus leads and lag. All these things we have considered and we have created a. This is called basically network diagram. This sequencing activities, why we need to do networking at this network diagram? To identify the critical path. Critical path means you cannot deviate from that task. You don't have any time to do the lag, which means There is no time to sit and or relax. It is we normally in project you would have heard about the critical. It is in that task is in critical path. Have you heard about that word critical path? That means you cannot delay that activity. Have you heard about this? Anybody? Critical path? When one activity is in the critical path, normally you cannot delay that work. You have to finish it. 10 days means you have to finish it within 10 days. In this case, this is in critical path, ABC. DE is not critical. This is not on critical path. The critical path is this ABC. Okay. So in this, basically, see this. So each task, it is started parallelly. A, H, and A. Okay. After A, B started doing. But there is a dependency start to start. If you start this after this start only you can start C. Okay. H. After H, activity H, C started, F started, I started. That means after the activity H, all these can start. Okay, all these things. You can say after laying the foundation, or after laying the foundation, you can start building the structure. After building the structure only, you can do something here. What you call that Windows installation and all. So this is how a network diagram looks like. The project begins. All three activities you can start parallel. Okay. After this A, activity A, then the B should start. Then after B starts, only C can start because it is a start activity. So it looks like something like this start. We will do the example, okay? I will be giving you a lot of exercise on this network diagram. You have, tomorrow I'll give you so that you have 1 week's time to do and submit, okay?
Can you explain it a little bit more?
Yeah, I'm
in the
going to
network
explain.
diagram?
No, I am going to explain now. This is just a picture I showed to you, okay? Now I will teach you how to do that, how to create this, okay? See here. There is an activity called design the shed. There is an activity called purchase material. C, prepare the site. D, build the frame. E, install the roof. And F, paint the stone. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, I will show you here activity A. This is the starting. Okay. Activity A. This is the starting. This is the starting activity. How many days duration? 2 days duration. This designing the shed will take the 2 days of time. Okay. Now, predecessor. There is no predecessor for this because this is the first activity. Now, purchase of materials and prepare the site. It is dependent on what is the predecessor's A. So what is the meaning of that? You can start B and C together. So one is called B activity and you can C also can start from E. You got it? What is the time? B?
But
It will
but
take
can
C.
but can B and C be before A? Because I
No.
can purchase the material, I can prepare the site before designing the shed.
See, that is possible, but the question is like this. This is the question they will give. This is what I mean. This is the activity you have prepared now.
Okay.
You see, the question is this is the activity sequencing you have done as part of your sequencing activity.
The question
Because
is like that.
purchasing
Question
question means purchase of materials. Oh, okay, sorry. How do you know that? What is the requirement without designing the shed? How do you know that? How do you start purchasing
Yes,
without designing the shed?
specifications has to freeze here, and what are the required material has to be defined there in the designs here.
Design stage, yeah. It
Yeah.
is a 400 feet or 600 feet or 1000. You have to design, then only you will know that what are the things you should purchase, no?
Yes, yes.
Correct. Otherwise, it will be dead investor only, no? You purchase before,
Yeah.
you have to do a lot
That-
of things. So it's a dead inventory. So the first thing A, then how many days it will take purchasing? It will take 3 days. Okay. Preparing the site, how many days of time? How many days it will take? 2 days. Okay. Now, predecessors are B and C. Build the frame 4 days. What is the activity? D activity. So I am just putting D here. Okay.
Mhm.
So you tell me arrow should come from where? It should come from B as well as C. Correct. Because it is coming from both. See the predecessors. Activity D. These predecessors are, sorry. Okay. D. Predecessor is, see, D is the successor. And what are the predecessors? B and C. That means B and C should complete, then only D can start. Correct. This is the predecessor. From where it should come?
Mm.
After completing B and C, then only C can start. Before purchasing the material and preparing the site, you cannot build the frame, isn't it? But purchasing material and preparing the site, two sets of people are doing. So that is why they can do it parallel. Okay. But for that, they must complete the design. So the activity is A first, then B and C. But B should start after completing B and C. That is what he is saying. These activities are always predecessors, sorry, successor, and these are the predecessors. You understood now what I am saying? To start activity B, B and C should complete. After completing B and C, D should start. Is it clear?
Yes, yes.
Now, what activity E when should start? After completing the D. So you can do like that.
Yeah.
Sorry, D ka kitna? D how many? 4 days. Okay, 4 days.
Mhm.
Now, D predecessor and successor is E.
So
Correct.
2 days.
E. 2 days.
2 days.
No,
Mhm.
after completing, then paint. So after completing E, we can do the F.
Yes, 3 days.
3 days. Now, you understood this will take 2 days, 3 days. Okay. And this is 2 days, 4 days, this one. So now, how do you identify, how do you calculate how many days it required to complete this project? Okay. There are some calculations. Tomorrow, I will teach you how to calculate that. Okay. Because it will take another half an hour. But now I'll tell you, and now we know visually it is present here. So I will calculate and tell you. But tomorrow we will start with this. There is a formula is there. And so here 2, 3, 5, 9, 11, 14 days. Here 2, 4, 8, 10, 30 days. So what is the actual one? 14 days, no? Correct. 14 days. The project will take around 14 days because you are to take the highest value.
Which one? 2 plus 3 plus 2 plus 4 plus 2 plus 3, right?
Yeah, plus. Okay. And this is also plus. But when it
So,
comes like this, it will come 14. When it comes like this, it will come 13. So which one is the highest one? 14.
14.
Okay. 14. Now, in that case, this is in the critical path. You cannot delay any of the activity here. A, B, D, E, F. But this one can delay. 1 day can delay here. But after
How you can
completing only 4 can start. Okay. That means here, since D cannot delay anything, he must complete before he completes it. The 3
how
days
you
is
came
there
to
now?
how you came to know C is not
No, because it's only 2 days, no? C 2 days, okay. B 3 days and C 2 days. Okay. But D must start. Why? Because it is in the critical path. So I will explain you tomorrow how to arrive at. There is a
Okay.
formula is there. Like this, you have to divide.
Okay.
Early start, early finish, late start, late finish. Then you have the calculation. That's a bit. It's a calculation you have to do it.
Okay.
If I cannot start now, if I start now, I'll be finishing at 2 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay, please don't miss tomorrow's class.
Yeah.
Everyone. Because
Yeah, and
why
please
I'm
join
calling,
me
I
in the
can see
WhatsApp
only
group.
2-3 people.
And please join me in the WhatsApp group. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Your numbers are there, na? I will add you there. Okay.
Okay. Thanks.
Deepak, Rayan, Ram, Naveen. Okay. I'm telling you, everyone, tomorrow please join because it is a
Okay, ma'am.
calculation class. Okay.
Sure, ma'am. Okay.
The
Yes,
exam will not ask you to calculate. Exam will not ask you to calculate and all, but there will be questions from there. So you must understand what it is, how it is arrived. Okay. Okay. So estimation.
Okay,
Actually,
ma'am.
there are a lot of things like that. Before that, I have to complete this. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thanks, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
I hope you are able to follow me.
Yes, ma'am. You
Thank
are
you.
able.
Yeah.
Yes, sure.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. How to close the discard. Yeah.